Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I created this bronzy skull makeup look on a whim this morning. I was feeling pretty creative, so if you like to see how I achieved this look, then please keep watching. To start, I'll be taking Urban Decay's Quick Fix Prep Spray, and I'm just going to use this as my overall primer today. Grabbing this complexion enhancer, I'm going to use this underneath my foundation to give me a really luminous glow. This has like a goldy, pinky, kind of yellowy radiance in it, so this is going to really achieve that for me. Taking L'Oreal's Pro Glow Infallible Foundation, this is in the shade 204. I'm going to use this today, and in conjunction with that complexion enhancer, they work really well together to give me that dewy, radiant look that I'm trying to achieve. Then taking my Ride or Die concealer, this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Concealer in the shade Light Warm. This stuff is awesome. It's a full coverage concealer, yet it's breathable and light wear. So it doesn't feel heavy and it's quite moisturizing under the eye. So this palette here is actually one that I created myself. Throughout time, I depotted some eyeshadows that I had in my collection, and I also purchased the pans from MAC myself and just kind of plopped them in there to create a nice basic neutral eyeshadow palette, which is essential in everyone's collection. So I'm just grabbing a warm shade from that palette, and I'm applying that in the brow bone with a fluffy brush. And I also will list the colors that I'm using in the description box below because I cannot remember them off the top of my head, but they will be below if anyone is curious. Picking up the darker shade in the palette, I'm gonna now create a halo eye. So I'm going to apply this shade in the outer and the inner portion of my eye using a stiff dome brush just to help me blend as I go. I'm going to apply this and just blend it up a little bit into the brow bone. Just going to grab a fluffy blending brush just to diffuse the dark brown shade up into the brow bone a little bit so there's a nice gradient of the two shades, and just to eliminate any harsh edges if there is any. Grabbing Urban Decay's Blackout eyeshadow, I'm going to apply this on top of the brown slightly just to give me more depth and dimension and just to overall darken up the eye look a little bit. Then grabbing Jeffree Star's Skin Frost in King Tut. This is like a really blinding highlight shade, so I'm gonna use this to apply in the center of the lid to really make the eyes pop. Taking Urban Decay's liquid eyeliner, I'm just going to apply a thin line on the lash line just to have a little bit more darkness when I apply my lashes. These are Ardell Double Up Lashes in 207. Just gonna apply these, and my only tip I have to say is before you apply these, bend the band a little bit. Just wobble them around, play with them a little before you put them on. You can see here I am struggling a little bit, but I'm just not used to lash bands that stiff, so just bend with them a little. Then taking the bright orange shade from my neutral palette, I am gonna kind of create the dimension on the forehead that skulls tend to have. So I'm just gonna start underneath the brow and I'm gonna work my way upwards and just kind of create almost like an angry face kind of look. Then taking the blackout eyeshadow again, just gonna darken up the angry face look a little bit. Give it again more dimension and just kind of going back in and making things a little bit more dark. Then taking Urban Decay's Perversion eyeliner, I'm going to apply this directly into the waterline to keep things again looking dark and grungy. Then taking the black eyeshadow yet again, I'm gonna go and blend out on the lower lash line and kind of drag it a little bit more further down than I typically would, but that's just because I want to create more darkness and more dimension to my eye, just make it a little bit more grungy, I guess. Then I'm going to carve out my mouth shape a little bit. I'm picking up the NYX White Liner, and I'm just going to use this instead of going in with black right away, just to kind of help guide where I want the line. It would be a little easier for me to erase the white than it would be the black. So I'm just using this as my guideline to create the shape that I want. Then I'm going to take these Krylon Aqua color paints. This is black, and I'm going to use this to go over the white eyeliner. And I have these little cute paintbrushes that I got from Michaels, and I'm just going to use that to go right over it and kind of hide all the white. Then taking that trusty black eyeshadow yet again, I'm going to go in with that stiff dome brush and I'm going to blend out the paint. It's actually very easy to work with and blend out if you move quickly. It's very easy to blend it out. So that's what I'm going to do, is just blend the lines a little bit so it kind of looks more dimension, of course, and more shadow-like. Then grabbing my neutral palette again, taking the deep brown, I'm going to use this to kind of create, again, more of like a shadow and just blend it under the black lines for more dimension as usual, just adding to the look and creating the darkness effect that I want to kind of make it look like my cheekbones are kind of standing out more. Then I'm going to take that Krylon paint again and I'm going to carve out my nose shape. Gonna use the same paint and just fill it in completely and make it pretty dark. Then grabbing the Skin Frost again from Jeffree Star, the same one, King Tut. I'm gonna take my finger and just pat a little bit of that right on the tip of my nose. And I'm just gonna take a fluffy blending brush and just kind of blend it out a little bit. Then I'm going to take Kat Von D's liquid lipstick in Bone and Arrow. I wanted something nude and I thought this was the perfect color for that. I originally had picked something a little bit too light, but I thought this was a better fit. This is actually one of my favorite liquid lipsticks of all time, so I had to pick this guy. And again, taking the Skin Frost from Jeffree Star, I'm going to pat the Skin Frost in the middle of the lips just to give them kind of more of a brighter, luminous effect as well, just to kind of connect with the rest of the look, the nose, the eyes. And I'm also going to take Coppering. I think that's Coppering. I think I remember that shade from the palette. And I'm going to apply this as well, just on top, just to be extra, more gold. Then taking the NYX liquid liner. I don't even know if you can purchase this liner anymore, but I had it laying around, so I thought I would use this, and I'm going to create the lines on my mouth, and I was pretty shaky while I was doing this. My mouth was actually twitching a lot, trying to keep it closed and trying to concentrate at the same time. My hand was really shaky, and my lips were like twitching out. It was actually so funny, but it takes the concentration to get the lines that I wanted to get. Now I'm going to take another aqua color paint. This is a white one, and I'm going to take this and apply the white directly beside the black line that I created, just for something different. Instead of on both kind of creating the tooth shape, I'm just going to put a line just for something a little bit different. I think I seen a look like this somewhere on Instagram, and I was like, I'll try that, see. I just wanted to kind of make it a little bit easier, especially for me with my hand being so shaky during this whole time I was filming. I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna make the mouth work right now? But I tried this, and I ended up really liking how it turned out. Okay, again, this is a whim. I didn't actually plan on doing this. I just decided right after I did the mouth. I'm taking the Urban Decay's Perversion eyeliner, and I'm gonna make my eyebrows kind of look fluffy, I guess, or bushy. I'm gonna make them look like they're standing up a little bit, and just create little lines throughout my brow with the black pencil. Going to spoolie them out as well so they do really stand up. And then I decided to put some white in there as well. Why not, right? Just using a paintbrush and brushing it through as well. Then grabbing Milani's Baked Bronzer in 05. I'm going to use this to fill in the cheeks, like my cheekbones and the apples of my cheeks, and really give me the bronzy look that I had in my mind. So I'm just going to put a crap ton of this on and just keep on applying it until I'm happy with the pigmentation. Then I'm taking MAC's, I believe this is Gimme Sun. Yes, Gimme Sun. I'm going to put that on the chin and kind of on top of the soleil as well, just to give me a little bit more bronze. Then grabbing that highlight again from Jeffree Star, I'm going to apply where I normally would apply a highlight, but kind of there and everywhere else as well, just to give me that really bronzy effect as well. This stuff is awesome. Such a blinding highlight, but it was perfect for this look. And that pretty much sums up this look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. At the end of this tutorial, I'll add some clips so you can see the finished product. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.